It's still early. The sky outside hasn't even awakened, and you're still wrapped in the soothing warmth of your blanket. Your eyes flutter open, then close again. A new day is calling your name, yet you'd rather hide for just a few more minutes. Your mind has already kicked into gear. Work, responsibilities, the things that must get done. Everything crashes over you like a wave. You feel overwhelmed. And then, snooze, once more. We all know what happens next. You oversleep. You rush. You enter the day in chaos instead of with intention, and it repeats day after day. Sound familiar? Morning always seems like the enemy. But according to Stoic philosophy, the real enemy isn't the morning itself. It's how we choose to respond to it. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly." The Stoic doesn't dodge the morning. They face it and master it. A solid morning routine isn't merely a productivity tool. It's a ritual that opens the mind, a silent declaration, "I am ready to live with intention today." Establishing and maintaining daily habits can be a turning point, because routine provides structure, drives consistency, and weaves healthy practices into your everyday life. Stay until the end of this video, because I'll guide you step by step through building a powerful, personalized morning routine, one that sets the tone for success each day. Let's begin. The first hour, own it or it will own you. Let's talk about the first hour of your day. 1. The golden hour and Stoicism. Look back at your morning today. What did you do in the first 60 minutes after you opened your eyes? Did you steer that hour, or did it carry you off? Most people let the world decide for them. The phone rings, the hand reaches. Notifications pour in, emails, messages, meeting alerts, so another day launches in reaction, not in intention, a day programmed by someone else. If you follow the Stoic way, you know that it is the wrong place to begin. Stoics believe that everything lies outside our control except one thing, our response. Epictetus called it the dichotomy of control. In the Discourses, he wrote, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." What moment is better for practicing that choice with calm, discipline, and clarity than the morning? Those first 60 minutes are more than a time slot. They are the control room of the mind, the boardroom where you, the CEO of your own life, meet with yourself in private. You cannot make high-level decisions if your mind is stormed by news, social media dramas, and other people's deadlines the second you wake. You cannot lead a team when you yourself are being tossed around, and the first team you must lead is your own mind, body, and will. Marcus Aurelius, emperor of an empire, still began each day with a few handwritten lines. Meditations was never meant for publication. It was a private chamber where he reminded himself of patience, humility, and life's true aims. Picture it, a man bearing Rome on his shoulders, still spending his morning returning to the core task, being a decent human being. What about today's world? Look at Tim Cook, CEO of Apple. He wakes at 4:30 a.m., clears his inbox to zero, sweeps away the noise, works out, then reviews the day's goals. Not 10 hours, simply the first 60 minutes. And they belong to him, not to the world. A morning routine is no trend. It is a civilized rebellion against the whirlwind. It is a Stoic exercise, mastering what you can master, your actions, your reactions, your thinking. So if you ask, where do I start? The answer is clear. Begin with 10 minutes of stillness. No phone, no noise, no tugging currents. Just you and your breath. You might meditate, jot a few lines, or read a passage of philosophy. The key is intention. You are setting the message for the day, not react to the world, but live on purpose. Because if you do not schedule your day, someone else will. If you do not choose how to wake, life will choose for you, and rarely in the direction you want. One classic formula used by soldiers, athletes, and entrepreneurs alike is simple. Win the morning, win the day. You cannot conquer every event, but you can conquer yourself, starting with that first hour. The Stoic does not wait for the world to become easier before living better. They start with what they have: time, mindset, habit. The morning is the training ground for right living, in the most literal sense. And you can start not the day after tomorrow, but tomorrow morning. You do not need the whole 60 minutes. 10 intentional, undistracted minutes will do. It is more than a routine. It is a declaration of how you choose to live. 2. Replace snooze with strategy. You're not just hitting snooze, you're choosing the very first act of procrastination. In that moment, you're not only rejecting the alarm, you're rejecting yourself. You're sending your brain the message, not now. It's not that important. And the dangerous part is this: your brain believes you. It feels like only 5 or 10 minutes, but the consequences run deeper than you think. Science calls it sleep inertia, a groggy, sluggish state that can last 2 to 4 hours after waking. During this window, your cognition, judgment, and reaction time drop by 20 to 30%. You're starting the day with a brain that isn't ready to fight, and you wonder why the whole day drags. You're not delaying a single moment. You're laying the foundation for your entire morning and possibly your entire day. Picture 2 salespeople walking into a Monday. The first wakes up on the very first ring and steps out of bed immediately. In the first 10 minutes, he writes down 3 goals for the day. Call 20 prospects, close at least 1 deal, finish his report before 4 p.m. Result? He's proactive from the start. He arrives at the office ready, mind clear, and he tops the KPI leaderboard that month. The second hits snooze 3 times. He throws on clothes, eats breakfast on the run, and his mind is still foggy. He arrives 15 minutes late. On the first call, the client is already annoyed from waiting. The morning's opportunities slip away, and the entire day turns into a chase. One button separates them, but their lifestyles are worlds apart. Morning is not just a starting point. It's an opportunity, an outright privilege to design your day. The very first thing you do upon waking shapes how you perceive everything that follows. Waking up should not be a reaction. It must be a decision. That's why the most successful people, from CEOs to special forces operators, have fixed morning rituals. It's not because they have spare time. It's because they know if you don't own the first hour, the whole day will own you. So don't let snooze be your first decision. What can you do right now? Adopt a simple yet powerful strategy. Place your alarm out of arm's reach, so you have to stand up to turn it off. Immediately drink 300 milliliters of water to rescue your body from sleep-induced dehydration. Switch on a bright light. Natural cortisol kicks in, sending a wake-up call to your inner drive. When you reset this very first moment, you're not just changing your morning, you're rewriting your entire operating system. No need for complexity. No need for endless checklists. Start with one decision. Wake up like someone who has a purpose. If morning is the opening chapter, your schedule is the storyline. In the next part, you'll see how every hour you live can clearly reflect what you truly value. Don't miss it. 3. Schedule with mirror of values. Ryan Holiday starts his day not with email, not with a Zoom meeting, but with two simple yet deliberate acts: reading and farm chores. From 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. he reads and takes notes, the bedrock of his writing and philosophy. After that, at 8:30, he heads outside for hands-on work, tending the garden, feeding the goats, watering the plants. The pace may look slow by modern hustle standards, yet nothing is accidental. The schedule revolves around 3 core values: learning, practice, and closeness to nature and family. Every segment of his day exists not to fill time, but to protect what he believes is worth living for. That is the real power of an intentional morning time. Does not slip by passively. It is directed like a mirror reflecting your values. In those hours, you are not merely planning, you are shaping the person you aim to become. One of the biggest mistakes people make when discussing scheduling is to think it is only a time management tool. It is not for cramming, it is a moral instrument. It reveals what you honor, what you sacrifice, and where you are steering your life. A second-class calendar crowded with pointless meetings, mindless scrolling, and reactions to other people's agendas will never produce a first-class life. Begin to ask yourself, what purpose does my calendar serve? Who is really designing my day? Each empty slot you leave, every notification you allow, every meeting you accept is a vote for the kind of person you are becoming. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You must build up your life action by action, and be content if each one achieves its goal as far as possible, and no one can keep you from this." That is not poetry, it is a blueprint for scheduling. Apply Stoic thinking to the Eisenhower matrix, and you will see a fresh arrangement. Prioritize what you control and what holds long-term value. Not the urgent, not what someone else wants done immediately, but the practices that fortify your inner life: journaling, exercise, learning something new, and deep conversation. Few will prod you to do these, but if you do not schedule them yourself, they will never happen. Morning is the golden window for such work before the world wakes and tugs at you. Willpower is intact, the mind is unpolluted by noise, and you still command your thoughts. To seize that precious time, act deliberately. Do not merely hope you will find time. Print your weekly calendar on paper. Do not keep it buried in an app. Place it where your eyes cannot ignore it. Then color 3 morning blocks of deep work. No interruptions, no phone, no social media. Only you and the most important thing you are building. Finally, set a phone reminder that says, "Protect the asset," and lock the device away for the first 90 minutes of the day. Do not let technology steal your momentum before you even accelerate. When you treat the calendar as a compass of values, not just a tool for efficiency but for integrity, you will feel a remarkable change. Less pulled about, less stressed, and possessing something rare, calm confidence that you are on the right path. Remember, a second-class calendar cannot build a first-class life. Each block of time is a brick in the house of your life. Lay them consciously, carefully, and with self-respect. You do not have to live exactly like Ryan Holiday, but you must live by a schedule that reflects what you truly believe. So, how are you structuring your mornings? What values does your calendar display? Leave a comment and share how you design your day. You might inspire someone else to begin again, starting with the very first hour. 4. Rituals and momentum. You don't need to do a lot. You just need to do it consistently. This is what people often miss when they talk about mornings. They think a morning routine has to last an hour. Meditation, gym, journaling, reading, a cold shower, and then detailed planning. And they quit after 3 days because they couldn't keep it up. But the truth is, you don't have to do everything. You only have to repeat one meaningful thing long enough for it to become part of who you are. The Stoics weren't superstitious, but they honored ritual. For them, a small action repeated, if done with presence and intention, could become a ceremony. Not because the universe needs it, but because you need it to remember who you are. Picture this: just reading 10 pages every morning. In a year, you will have read more than 3,600 pages, about 12 books. 15 minutes of plank or stretching each morning. 90 hours of movement in a year. No one else. You. Through a small action, repeated, momentum doesn't appear by itself. It is built on a steady rhythm. Jocko Willink, a former Navy SEAL commander, didn't become famous for workouts or lectures. He posts only one thing: a photo of his watch at 4:30 a.m. every day. No flowery caption, no hashtags. Just, I woke up, I'm ready. And more than 2 million people follow him for that alone. They see an uncompromising spirit, a ritual no one forces, yet cannot be skipped. And that is what you need. An anchor action. One thing you will do every morning. No debate, no excuses, no compromise. It doesn't have to be grand. It just has to be non-negotiable. It might be writing down 3 things you're grateful for. It might be a 5-minute stretch. It might be reading a passage from Marcus Aurelius's Meditations, or as simple as pouring a glass of water, standing tall, and taking 3 conscious breaths with the awareness, I begin the day not to let it sweep me along, but to step into it deliberately. Once you have the anchor, stack other habits around it. This is the habit stacking principle. Attach a new habit to something already in place. Write for 5 minutes after you brew coffee. Read a page while the washing machine runs. Meditate exactly 3 minutes after brushing your teeth. You don't need iron discipline. You need a crisp starting point. Don't underestimate the value of ritual just because it's small. What you do each morning not only warms up the body, it also reinforces the belief, I am a person with direction. Each time you keep a promise to yourself, even a tiny one, you send a signal to the brain, I can trust me. And that is the strongest psychological lever for maintaining momentum. Conversely, every time you hit snooze, you quietly tell yourself, I can't control myself. Over time, you don't just lose the morning. You lose self-respect. You lose confidence. You lose momentum. You don't need much. You only need ritual and momentum. Start tomorrow morning. Give yourself one truly small but non-negotiable anchor habit. Write it down. Attach it to something you already do. Keep the promise. Repeat. Then let that habit carry you through day, week, year, like a red thread running through the chaotic maze of the world. Morning isn't a stage for showing off. It is a place for remembering where you're going and who you're becoming. And momentum. It begins not with a sprint. It begins with one meaningful action, repeated long enough to become your ritual. 5. Gratitude and goals. 2 complementary, opposing forces. Morning, a moment when you can shape the rest of your life. And inside that golden window lie two tools that may appear to pull in opposite directions, yet are in truth inseparable allies: gratitude and goals. One holds you here, letting you pause and smile at the present. The other propels you forward toward a better version of yourself. Hold and push, peace and drive, gratitude and ambition. Two forces that seem opposed, yet their balance forms the bedrock of a resilient, stoic mind. Seneca once said, "He is most powerful who has power over himself." The strongest person is not the one who conquers the outer world, but the one who masters the impulses within, who knows how to stop, observe, and self-correct. Each morning gives you that chance. Not by rushing to check your phone or leaping into the first meeting, but by sitting down, picking up a pen, and writing. Write what? Write what you are grateful for. Skip the hazy, "I'm grateful I'm alive." Be specific, concrete, close. Maybe it's the cup of coffee someone brewed for you, a kind text, a day without a headache. Specificity makes the feeling real. Only genuine emotion can tether you to the present. When you record gratitude, you tell your mind, "I am enough. Life here and now lacks nothing." That silences the voice that whispers, "More, faster, better," all day long. But don't stop there. After you gaze at the present with gratitude, look ahead with a goal, a direction, an image of the person you are becoming. Gratitude without a goal leaves you standing still. It tempts you to settle for good enough and miss out on best. Stoics don't extinguish ambition, they discipline it. They harness it to serve principles instead of letting it yank them off course. So, after 3 lines of gratitude, write one sentence. I am becoming. Who are you becoming? A calmer father, a more disciplined entrepreneur, a mind that reacts less. That single sentence is your anchor, your compass, your morning vow spoken before the world starts tugging at your attention. Look at Olympic athletes. They don't just train their bodies, they train their minds. They write in a journal every morning to keep themselves steady under pressure. They visualize the event in their heads before stepping onto the field. A competition lasts only a few minutes, but the preparation begins the moment they wake up. And you too. Even if you're not competing in a stadium, you're still fighting against procrastination, distraction, laziness, and those little voices urging you to sleep a bit longer. The way you start your day decides how you'll play this game, with strategy or by instinct, with clear goals or by surrendering to old habits. You don't have to be an athlete to live like a champion. You only need to open your eyes proactively, choose action, and take command of your life. Try this 5-minute exercise when you wake up. 1. Sit down. 2. Open a notebook. 3. Write 3 specific things you're grateful for, no need for grandeur. 4. Then write one sentence. I am becoming. That resonates deeply with you. Practice this long enough and you will change, not because you performed a monumental act, but because you forged a ritual that lets you land firmly in the present while taking off toward the future. You don't need another self-help book. You need a quiet morning. You don't need more time. You need control of the first hour. Gratitude grounds you. Goals move you. One helps you love who you are. The other reminds you that even better awaits if you keep going. Without a deliberate morning, there is no deliberate life. If you can't command your mind at dawn, the world will commandeer it all day long. So, what will you choose? Gratitude or complaint? Direction or drift? Will you write it down or let it wash away? Share below. What will you write first in tomorrow morning's journal? Which version of yourself are you becoming? Let us know your answer. 6. Movement creates energy. You don't need coffee, you need movement. Each morning your body wakes up, but your mind is still wandering in a dream, not yet switched on. In that moment you have two choices: stay slumped on the bed, sliding into your phone screen, or stand up and take control of your own energy. No gym required, no complicated schedule. Just 2 minutes. 2 minutes of jumping in place, 2 minutes of stretching, 2 minutes to wake up the nervous system. Science is clear. Only 2 to 3 minutes of light-intensity movement, such as jumping jacks or dynamic stretches, is enough to trigger dopamine, the neurotransmitter that keeps you alert, focused, and feeling ready. And it's not just dopamine. A cascade of other hormones also revs up. Norepinephrine heightens vigilance, and BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, pours vitality into the brain, sharpening thinking, boosting learning and memory. You aren't just warming up the body. You're fueling the mind, preparing for a day of better, faster, clearer decisions. The Stoics didn't talk much about hormones, but they knew well, clear thinking needs a solid physical foundation. Remember, Marcus Aurelius didn't write meditations after rolling out of bed and curling back under the blanket. He was an emperor, but also a warrior, one who began the day with action, not laziness. Now picture this: a remote programmer glued to his chair, screen, and deadlines all day long. No gym, no personal coach. Yet he begins every first Pomodoro with 5 minutes of dynamic stretching, lengthening muscles, twisting his torso, rotating his wrists, breathing deeply. No EDM, no cheering squad, only the will to govern himself. And the result? He dives into the coding session with a sharper mind, quicker reflexes, and a 15% boost in processing speed. No heavy head, no need for a third coffee shot. All thanks to one simple ritual, warming up the body to unlock the mind. This isn't a mystical productivity hack. It is neuroscience and basic physiology. Blood flows, the body wakes up, and the brain receives the signal. It's time to work in earnest. Small habit, huge payoff, no extra hours. Just use the same minutes the right way. This is modern Stoicism, doing what must be done, even when no one tells you to. Yet most people do the opposite. They open their eyes, touch the phone, scroll through the news, and swallow anxiety before their body's systems have even rebooted. They don't step into the new day, they're pulled into it. And as Epictetus said, you become what you give your attention to. If you feed your morning with sluggishness, you'll receive a sluggish day in return. So today, try something simple. Whenever you feel yourself sag, whenever your brain goes numb, stand up. Move. Just 2 minutes. Don't wait for inspiration. Don't wait until the task is finished. Lift yourself off the chair, rotate a few times, bend down, jump a little. You'll be amazed at how the body can pull the spirit up with it. This isn't an exercise routine, it's a declaration of life. Each movement is an affirmation that you still hold the controls, no matter how chaotic the world outside becomes. Stoicism doesn't shout, "Go chase positive emotions." It teaches you to generate inner strength, and there is no quicker, simpler, clearer way than movement. To move is to act, to refuse stagnation, to remind yourself, I'm not sitting here waiting for a good day. I create it. And the best part? You don't need to be a fitness lover. You don't need extra time. All it takes is the first step, right when you hear the alarm or when you're about to open yet another YouTube tab. Move, then move again. But movement is only one piece. If you want a morning that truly unlocks your full potential, you need more. You need a design, a structure, a personal ritual that makes you not only awake, but focused, clear, and directed. So how do you build a morning routine that suits you and carries the Stoic spirit, where you command your mind before the world gets a chance to steer it? Don't miss it in the final content. 7. Designing a personal routine. A hurried cup of coffee, an absent-minded swipe on your phone, the reflexive hit of the snooze button. How you start the morning doesn't just shape a day, it shapes you. Live without design, and you live by default. Stoics don't wait for inspiration, they prepare. They know the morning is the foundation. If the foundation is weak, the house collapses. If the morning is foggy, the day will be weary. So the real question is, what will you do next? The answer is a routine, a practice you design, not imitate. The design needn't be complicated. 3 layers, 15 to 30 minutes, repeated long enough to become a mental and physical framework, a system that resists chaos and stagnation. Layer 1, anchor. Morning is a ship leaving harbor. Miss the anchor point and you drift. An anchor habit, simple yet repetitive, locks your mind in place, protecting it from email, social feeds, and looming deadlines. A student might write down 3 learning goals. An entrepreneur might spend 5 quiet minutes in meditation, observing thoughts the way Marcus Aurelius once did. The specific act matters less than its daily repetition, because repetition forges resilience. Anchoring a habit is anchoring yourself amid life's rough seas. Layer 2, growth. With the mind steady, step into the growth zone. Morning is when the brain is fresh, untainted by noise. This is the golden window for learning. Devote 10 to 20 minutes to something that makes you better than yesterday. 10 pages of a book each day equals 3,600 pages a year. 15 minutes of an industry podcast puts you ahead of 90% of peers who learn nothing new all year. Seneca reminded us, "We are not short on time, we squander it." Don't let your morning prove him right. Layer 3, vitality. Body and mind are one. Clear thinking is impossible in a sluggish body. Whether 5 minutes of planks, 15 push-ups, or a brisk walk around the block, the key is movement. Emotions stagnate when the body is still. That is why Epictetus, lame leg and all, preached discipline through action. Vitality isn't about sculpted abs, it's about awakening willpower. A body stirred to life carries a mind ready to command the day. 3 layers, 1 system. Anchor to stabilize, growth to expand, vitality to awaken. Follow no one else's syllabus. Create your own design, a system you'll keep for 30, 60, 90 days until it ceases to be a habit and becomes an identity. Remember, routine isn't sterile discipline. It's a silent vow that you won't let the world pull you away from yourself. It is the Stoic response to disorder, not to chase, but to step back, breathe, and act with intention. Routine won't turn you into Marcus Aurelius, but it will spare you from waking up only to lose yourself in the first notification. Start small, very small, but start deliberately. Keep the phone off the nightstand. Lay out the notebook the night before. Set the alarm 15 minutes earlier. Hold the commitment each morning, no matter how brief, and you are building a fortress against procrastination, distraction, and self-doubt. Not someday, starting tomorrow morning. Your morning doesn't have to be perfect, but it must have you in it awake, present, and prepared. You can't control the whole world, yet you can control how you begin the day. Sometimes that is enough. There is no such thing as a morning miracle. There is only you and what you choose to do while the world is still asleep. Success doesn't require a 60 minutes meditation or a 10-kilometer run. It can be as simple as waking up on time, writing 3 lines of gratitude, or keeping your phone out of reach for the first 30 minutes. What will you choose tomorrow morning? Write it in the comments, just one thing, and come back in 7 days to tell me what has changed. Marcus Aurelius said, "Happiness depends upon ourselves." Action begins not when you feel ready, but the moment the alarm rings. You control the first 60 minutes of your day, living the Stoic spirit. Master yourself, practice virtue, and refuse to let the world steer your mind. If you find value here, subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell so you won't miss the next video. See you tomorrow morning, not to dream, but to do.